14 money mistakes to avoid in your 20s. Now, if you're new to this channel, I am Clea Dampes. I'm CEO of Forex Academy. And there's a lot of things in your 20s. We're overwhelmed with so many things, emotions, decisions, all of those things. First things first, not learning a high income skill. So failing to develop a skill that generates significant income can limit your earning potential. Secondly would be accumulating student debt. If you don't have a clear focus of what you want to study and knowing more or less what your salary is going to be at the end, you can end up just having more stress and end up having a lot of student debt, and you had no clear focus. Taking on large amounts of student debt without a clear career path can lead to a long-term financial stress. And then thirdly, buying a car. I know a lot of people, when they get to their 20s, they want to have that freedom, independence, and the first thing they go towards is, what car am I going to get? How cool is this car going to be? But if you really look at it, cars are depreciating assets, which means it's like a never-ending pit of money going down the drain. Car needs to be serviced. It has a lot of needs, right? Buying a car is one of the mistakes in your 20s because you obviously want it and there's no actual reason for purchasing a car you can't afford, especially if it's financed with high interest loans, can drain your finances. So unless you really, really need it, dire need it, then yeah, probably don't get it. Multiple vacations where you can't afford. Very easy to do and very difficult to stop once you've started. Overspending on trips can prevent you from building savings and paying off debt. So not building your credit score sooner. Nobody's going to tell you this, and I'm pretty sure your family before you probably won't even speak about this because finance can sometimes be taboo for a lot of families. So educate yourself, build your credit score as soon as possible. Your credit score affects many aspects of your life, from getting loans to securing housing. So it's essential to build it early. Build that credit score so you have more options. In South Africa, that is the game. That is the trick to the game. Build your credit score sooner so you have a good reputation when you need to apply for other things like big assets. And then overspending on rent. Now, Cape Town in particular, obviously that's debatable, but you do not want to overspend on rent. And if you need to stay at a place that is a certain amount, make sure that it's at least 25% to 30% of your income. And if you still find that the place you want to stay at really doesn't fall where you can probably afford it, then think of obviously increasing your income. And that's where the next point comes in. So make sure you're building multiple sources of income to the best of your ability in your 20s. Okay, we have internet now, so you can start anything and really become successful no matter where you come from. So make sure you are building your multiple sources of income. So relying solely on one job or income stream limits your financial growth and security. Consider starting a business or developing a skill like trading. The markets doesn't care where you come from, who you are, how old you are. You have to be over 18 at least. You need a bank account. But it's very early. So once you come out of high school, whatever, start it as soon as possible. You have time. Start. Lifestyle inflation. And what is that? That's increasing your spending as your income rises. So it makes it harder to save and invest for the future. You want to make sure that you have enough to save. So only gradually increase your lifestyle. And honestly, don't care what other people have to say about you. It is what your goals are and what you're looking for in terms of long-term success. What are you looking for long-term assets, things that can pay you back? Okay. Then our next one would be is making financial decisions based on other people's opinions. We don't like to admit it, but human psychology likes to always, make sure you fit in, make sure the crowd that you're with, you're looking good, you're feeling good, you feel included, right? And sometimes that can make you do or make decisions based on other people's ones or, their beliefs. When you end up doing something and then you regret it. I have the saying that says, make sure you say yes authentically, or you'll end up saying yes resentfully, when it was easier to just say no in the first place. My next one would be is neglecting retirement savings. The earlier you start for retirement, the more compound interest works in your favor. So remember, back in the day, people, they don't prepare for old age, or they dependent on their kids, right? So when they get older, the kids are going to look after them. But for you in particular, focus on that. If you are sorted, once you get to retirement, whenever you decide to retire, you have that emergency fund with you. You have some backing to support you when you can't work anymore. And then the most popular one is financial literacy. So a mistake you can make in your 20s is ignoring financial literacy. Not educating yourself on personal finances can lead to complete mistakes, costly mistakes when you come to savings, and also investing and budgeting. So learn how to budget already at your age of 20. That means even if you have a lot, tons of money, still learn how to budget. Okay? Manage your money so it can grow even better. So you know where you're at. And then another one that is probably, I would say, I'm not sure if in any other country this is a problem, but in South Africa, whenever someone says you're going to get a credit card, you want to use your credit card, people have this negative connotation with credit cards, right? And just take that into consideration in terms of if people have a bad relationship with credit, then surely you should use it wisely. And if you know how to use it wisely, you'll be safe. Okay, so focus on that. Do the opposite of what everyone else is saying. Make sure you always follow through and get things on time. Use it wisely. And then, second last, we have skipping insurance. So, foregoing necessary insurance coverage like health or renter's insurance can lead to unexpected financial burdens. You want to safeguard yourself, especially with valuable items. Get those insurance things. Make sure you are backed with that, especially your vehicle as well, so that you're sorted in case of an emergency. And then we have one last one, and that is not building an emergency fund. Emergency funds are there for you to have as a rainy day type of thing that you can go to that wallet. It's cash ready for you to use in case of an emergency. So make sure that you're building that, even if it's a little bit. Let's say 30% of your income, just put it aside and you don't touch it, you don't use it, and no takeaways are going to be used for that, or clothing, or going out. It cannot be touched. Those are the few, obviously, mistakes you can hold for in your 20s. Make sure you educate yourself on financial literacy. It will set you apart from every other person in the same age category as you. These are things I have applied to my life, and I've got into success. So if you like content like this, make sure you subscribe. I'm Cleo. I'm CEO of Forex Academy, and I would like for you to inspire yourself to get more financially literate in your 20s.